stretch?
Oh, it was awful. You know, I probably should have called a timeout on the fast break. Honestly thought Rondo was going to hand it off to Paul in transition. And once I saw that, I thought, I'll take that all day. But he didn't and didn't win for the shot. And so, you know, it's easy to second guess it now. You know, you should have called a timeout. But I thought we had numbers, and I thought we're going to get it to our best offensive player in transition. And I'd take those odds all day. Other than that, we came out of the other one with a turnover. You know, I didn't mind the play. I'm second guessing that. I always second guess when things don't work. So, and no, baby was not supposed to shoot the three. So.
Considering all the circumstances actually coming out of the slump, were you okay with the shots?
Not really. I mean, I don't mind when Rondo shoots ever, but you know, I just think your best offensive player should always touch it on the last possession. And then if it comes back to a guy for shot, I think that's fine. But listen, he didn't have a bad shot. It was in the lane. It was one of his runners. That's not a bad shot.
You not calling the timeout? Was that just because it was right before the game? Or
Did you just not hear me?
No.
I was saying it was transition, and I saw Paul open, so I thought that's where we were going. Yeah.
What was the play that you drew up from out of that?
Which one?
The one that Baby ended up taking the three.
Well, it was a flare for Paul and a flare for Ray. And neither one was open. They guarded it well, and if not, a quick drive to go for two.
Doc, the points in the paint sticks out.
Yeah, I told you that before the game. I mean, they killed us on offensive glass. And listen, we could have had a huge points in the paint game if we could make a layup. You know, we had more missed layups, bobbled balls in the paint, which, you know, that's tough, but we did.
Is this simplistic to say that it points out the need for Shaq to get back, but is it more complicated than that? Or is it
I don't know. I mean, they had 90 points. Okay. So, you know, to me it points that we got to get better offensively right now, too. You know, Lawrence is in there kicking himself, and I'm saying, Lawrence, are you kidding me? I'll take 90 points a night. I think 90 points a night is fine. You know, we got to score more points. I thought in the second half we went to that one stretch where we didn't even start our offense till like 7 seconds on the clock. Milking the clock. I thought the ball just was bounced and didn't move whenever we do that. You know, listen, I think as a whole, our team, we got to get back to understanding, you know, Paul is pretty good, and he's got to get more touches in games, you know, and I think we go back and forth on movement, and we want that, but we also got to get Paul involved. That's on me. I got to get Paul involved more.
Are you surprised, Doc, when you look at your roster, you look at the weapons you have, that offense is an issue?
No, but it hasn't been all year, you know, so I'm not, it happens, so it's not a big, it's, you know, some you get through, but we got to get through it.
You guys are pretty physical against New York. Is there...
In the second half.
Yeah. Was there not enough of that? Right? Or is it...
Well, they clearly played through us tonight. You know, I think you could see that. Tony, Leon Poe was the baddest man on the planet tonight. You know, he just looked our. It's not like they tricked us with Leon's sets. They gave him the ball and said, just go drive through somebody and score him. And that's basically what he did. You know, their bench points was huge. I thought that saved the game for them. You know, other than the first quarter, where I thought defensively, or second quarter, we struggled a little bit, but other than that, I thought defensively, I'll take our defense.
You've talked earlier about Christic, Doc, holding his spot on the low post. Is tonight an example where he's got to do a better job of doing that?
Well, I don't know. I think for him right now, it's probably between the ears. I mean, I think he's, you know, he had 3, 4, 5 layups where he's pump faking and he's seeing ghosts and all that. And that happens. You know, you're new and you're learning all this stuff, and he's forgetting that he has to play basketball right now. And so that comes from us. We probably have to figure out a better job of just unclouding things for him. And just, you know, he's got a lot of clutter going on. And so somehow we have to figure out a better way of clearing it up.
The 20 turnovers, Doc.
Yeah, well, that's what they do, though. You know, we said that before the game. They force turnovers. That's how they get points in the paint. That's how they get fast break points. And I thought we were pretty casual with the ball.
They play like a playoff team, don't they? That's just, they set up like a playoff environment with the way they play the things.
Yeah, they do, but we got to have a playoff intensity too to match. And we did that in spurts, but we didn't do it all game. I mean, I thought the first 8 minutes of the game, it was them attacking, playing hard. How we were up or close is amazing to me. But then I thought when our starters came back in the second time, after they got their rest, then they played with that intensity that we have. But overall, I just thought Memphis, clearly the value of the game, you could see it for them.
Are your main guys still playing with intensity? Is this a function of just still pulling the team together?
Well, I guess I don't know is the answer. I think they play with intensity, but I do think they get frustrated at times too when guys aren't executing and things like that. So it may be a byproduct of it, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to use that as an excuse. We should win these games.
Doc, the first quarter problems coming out slow out of the gate. You guys are averaging about 18 points a game in the last 10 games in the first quarter. Is that the urgency issue? Or?
I'm not sure. We're not getting in their stuff early enough. We're not getting stops either in the first quarter. And tonight I thought we did, honestly. We just didn't convert. And I also thought, guys, listen, even down the stretch, we had some unbelievable shots. We're missing them. And that happens as well.
The problem with the offense, does it start with Rajon Rondo or?
No, it starts with Doc Rivers, first, and then after that it starts with the whole team.
There was a play where Kevin literally had like two hands on it, and he passed it to Ray in the corner. It was something being like two unselfish plays.
Yeah, I mean we had some of those, but I understand honestly what Kevin's trying to do. Kevin feels it like I see it that we've been caught a lot early, especially early in games. The Knick game was you can do a clinic on one pass shots, and so Kevin gets in his head that he's going to force ball movement, which is a good thing. It's the right team thing to do, except for when you're standing under the basket by yourself. You should probably go ahead and shoot that. But I do understand what he's doing and why he's doing it, and that's why I don't have a problem with it.